regular meeting of the Mobile County Commission. We would ask Chaplains Philip Snodgrass from the Mobile County Sheriff's Office to join us at the podium for the invocation. Let us stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you that your mercies are new every morning. Truly, this is a day which you have made, and we choose to rejoice in it. We pray that at the end of this day, we will have fulfilled your purpose and your will for ourselves and our community. Bless us in this journey, and we ask that you prepare us for your glorious return. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'd like to ask Melissa Creighton to meet us right down here. This morning, we're here to acknowledge the observance of National Health Center Week, August 8th through the 14th, 2021. Whereas National Health Center Week is an annual celebration with the goal of raising awareness about the mission and accomplishments of America's health centers over the past 5 decades. For this year's National Health Center Week, health centers nationwide will celebrate America's health centers, the chemistry for strong communities. And whereas the goals of National Healthcare Center Week are twofold: to enhance the visibility and profile of community, migrant, homeless, and public housing health centers, and to generate community pride and build support for the health centers program. And whereas health centers provide preventative and primary care services to almost 30 million people and have continued to do so while facing a global pandemic. Community health centers provide care to people who disproportionately suffer from chronic disease and lack access to affordable quality care. And whereas from the very beginning of the crisis, community health centers began finding innovative ways to provide preventative and primary care to their patients. Community health centers are community-based, and collectively, health centers provide the backbone of the nation's primary care system. And whereas in celebrating the important partnership between America's health centers and the communities they serve, we observe the 42nd anniversary of the Mobile County Health Department's Family Health Care Center. Now, therefore, let it be resolved that the Mobile County Commission proclaims August 8th through the 14th, 2021 as National Health Center Week in Mobile County. Furthermore, we applaud the vital role that local healthcare centers, including Mobile County Health Department, Franklin Primary Health Care, Mostella Medical Center, and Bayou Clinic, play in shaping the future of the healthcare system in Mobile County, Alabama. And this is signed by all 3 commissioners and attested by our administrator, Glenn Hodge. Okay.
Thank you so much to everyone here. The Mobile County Health Department and Family Health celebrates National Health Center Week this week. The week-long campaign started August the 8th and ends August the 14th. The purpose of this annual celebration is to raise awareness about the mission and accomplishments of America's health centers over the past 5 decades. The theme for this year's National Health Center Week is the chemistry for strong communities. The Mobile County Health Department, Family Health, will host several special events this week to coordinate with the nationwide focus days that showcase the innovative ways we are providing high-quality health care and improving health in the community. While COVID-19 continues to exacerbate social and medical inequities across the country, community health centers, like Family Health, have stretched themselves to reconfigure services for those in need. During National Health Center Week, we will continue to come together to celebrate the roles of community health centers have played during the COVID-19 pandemic. And we also want to mention that we are doing COVID testing now at the shops at Bel Air in Mobile to further help with the community and to further help with COVID testing and vaccination efforts. Thank you.
Tell them it's in the Forever 21 building.
It's in the Forever 21 building.
Thank you. Thank you. Alrighty. Do we have any speakers this morning?
Good morning, Commissioners. Yes, we have 3 people signed up to speak this morning. Paula Roberts is here to speak about Hunters Ridge North. Judy Morris is here to speak about the Riva Road Bridge, and James Morris is here to speak about the Riva Road Bridge. And I would remind the speakers, if you'll come up to the podium, Ms. Roberts, you have 5 minutes to address the Commission.
Good morning. I'm Paula Roberts, and I'm here to represent Hunters Ridge North Subdivision. Thank you. Thought I talked loud enough. Our subdivision adjoins Horton Development. Our subdivision, we have lived there, my neighbors that came with me today, approximately 30 years. They've cleared off the property that adjoins our subdivision. They have left 2 retainer ponds that's filled with gross stuff right now. But we were told today that that's going to be cleared off and they're going to put up 1 large retainer pond. Our concern with that is our children and grandchildren. It's a magnet for them to go play in those retainer ponds. There's not fences around our subdivision, which at one time we were told that Horton was going to put up a divider fence. As of today, they have not. So we are here to ask that Horton puts up a divider fence between our property and the new property, because it has decreased the value of the people that live in our subdivision. And for the safety of the children and grandchildren, that we want a divider, and I feel like they should have to put a fence around the retainer pond, because it's going to be 1 large pond. So really, that's what we are here for today, is to get the word out that they have not done that, and it's been cleared off for a couple of years, but nothing's being done about it. So I have a copy of all the Commissioner Dewitt for you, if to show that our subdivision is standing up, wanting our voice to be heard, and that we would like for something to be done about it through Horton Development.
Yeah, thank you for being here today. And who else from your neighborhood is with you?
Well, I have a couple, the president of our Hunters Ridge Homeowners Association, and then Mr. Scott Speed. His property is the one that adjacent to the new development.
So we've been out several times and met with the Homeowners Association, or I think you guys, I guess, don't legally have a Homeowners Association, but more of a club situation. Mm-hmm. And we've been out several times, and we're addressing those issues with the detention ponds in the back of the new subdivision back there. We have met with numerous times with numerous people in the neighborhood, and we are, maybe Brian can give you, or Matthew, is Matthew here, can give a little bit more information on.
Well, we were not aware of any meeting other than when Jerry Carl called a meeting over at the church down Airport Boulevard.
We've met, I personally have met, and also taken several members of my staff on the engineering and the public works side there, And there is some holdup right now on finalizing that plat back there, and Matthew can probably speak a little more on that. But we are as well concerned with the issues that you guys are having, and I think maybe Matthew can address what we have required, some additional things that we've required back there now than what's going on. If you don't mind letting Matthew kind of speak.
He's right behind you. Could you just?
Hi.
The big burly bearded
Yes,
guy.
I think you came to the church with Jerry Carl that time.
I sure did. I absolutely was there.
And let me interrupt. I apologize. I didn't organize the meetings for your neighborhood. Someone else in your neighborhood organized the meetings and called and asked that we attend. So I put together a group of people that I thought could answer the questions. And I assumed that they had put the information out to everybody in the neighborhood that we were having these meetings. And I apologize that.
Well, Debbie Jackson, she's our president. She was not notified.
Okay.
And I was the past president. I was not notified.
Yeah.
So I don't know who you met with in Hunters Ridge North. Because there's Hunters Ridge North, Hunters Ridge Northwest, Hunters Ridge West.
We met with, and the gentleman's name slips my mind who organized all of this, but all of the homeowners that live on Hunters Ridge North that's adjacent to behind that property there.
There's only 2 houses in Hunters Ridge North that adjoins that new property. So you must have met with Hunters Ridge.
Okay.
So the road that you're thinking of is Hunter's Ridge. There is a cul-de-sac street off Repole just north of there that is Hunter's Ridge North.
Okay.
That just ties into the back of the cul-de-sac of the new
Okay.
development.
Different
Different
homeowners association?
Association
Okay.
and different neighborhood, not attached to
Okay.
what you would consider Hunter's Ridge and the other 2
Yeah.
streets. So they have reconfigured the drainage. They have not had an
Who is
opportunity.
they? The developers?
The engineers for the developers
Okay.
have reconfigured the drainage. They've made it significantly larger, and they have given us assurances that they're going well above and beyond what we would normally require. As fences go, we don't have the authority to require that, but our experience has been that as a liability issue, D.R. Horton generally puts up fences. They're about to reconstruct some of the pond, and so they don't want to put up a fence that they're going to have to turn around and immediately take down, I'm sure. But they are working on it. This is a preliminary approval of the plat only to get them authorization to really get started and get these revised drawings and revised designs on the ground out there.
And also, I believe the engineer for that development, maybe he can speak on fences and future plans of that.
Yes, sir. Ursel Godwin Sawgrass Consulting. We are the engineering consultant for Four Star Development, who is the actual developer for this project. And then, of course, D.R. Horton will be the actual end user, builder of the homes there. So like Matthew said, we've done some redesign to increase the detention pond as well as to basically combine what was in Phase 3, which is what we're here today for preliminary approval. We combined that pond with the Phase 2B pond, so it's a much larger footprint. A little history on the site. Originally, we had Phase 2 and Phase 3 already had a preliminary approval and a site permit and so forth, but this increasing the detention and combining it has required us to resubmitted plans and come back to you guys for preliminary approval. So that's why the site has been, quote, cleared. Construction had started, but we stopped Phase 3 so that we could do this. And so now we're back before you again. That's why the site's cleared and activity has gone on in the past. As far as future from today, or as soon as we get the site permit for the revised Phase 3, construction will start again for Phase 3. Phase 3 is what backs up to Hunters Ridge North. Everything prior to that just backed up to Hunters Ridge. So that's why, these residents are kind of just seeing this, or just, getting notice, if you will. As far as fences and things go, like Matthew said, it's pretty typical for Horton. As they build houses, they put privacy fences up. So I feel quite certain there'll be some fences along that property line, but it's highly unlikely that it's going to happen between now and say when they actually build a house, because they are moving dirt, they are, building padded lots and detention ponds and streets and all that kind of stuff. So they wouldn't necessarily put a privacy fence up today, because there's a high chance it would get torn down, or lots changing grades or what have you, and they'd have to take it back down. But I feel quite certain at the end of the day there'll be a fence there. Happy to answer any other questions y'all may have.
Does that answer some of you guys' questions? And I apologize. I thought that Hunter's Ridge was all one big subdivision, so I'll gladly come out and meet with you guys anytime that you guys want to meet for Hunter's Ridge North and answer any questions and bring folks along that can answer any questions that you guys may have in the future. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Ms. Roberts, you have 2 minutes left if you'd like to conclude. Okay, they would like to see you out there. Thank you.
I drive through Chapel Hill 3 days a week, and to kind of keep up with the progress and what kind of issues are still out there, because we've had so much rain, and that's been a big issue with Chapel Hill. So thank you guys for being here.
Thank you all. Next, we have 2 speakers to discuss the River Road Bridge with the commissioners. Ms. Morris, if you would approach the mic, and you'll have 5 minutes.
Excuse me, when the speakers come down, could you give your full name and address, please, to the recording secretary?
My name is Judy Morris. I live at 14530 River Road, Codin, Alabama. I'm here today because about 12 days ago, a sign appeared on our road saying that the bridge was going to close. This bridge was replaced with, we thought, a very substantial bridge back in about 2008, when it had gone out between the hurricanes Katrina and Ivan. It was rebuilt. It was supposed to have cost $1 million. I know they had to get a special crane to put down the pilings. So now I hear that my bridge is closing, and I go home and I see it on Facebook that the county, they're going to remove it. And they want us to use St. Michael's Road. That is on your agenda today, number 44. That you want to pave it, grade it, drain it, put in a base. I don't understand how come you have the money to do this, you have the money to tear it down, and you can't just repair our bridge. My biggest concern is that why wasn't this bridge maintained? Why wasn't this bridge built to last? 13 years should not be the lifespan of a bridge. The county failed us, and they're failing us now. We really need that bridge. We need 2 ways out. St. Michael's is heavily wooded. I would say at least a quarter of a mile. If those woods get caught on fire and it's smoked up, we have no way to get out. They say they're going to pave it, drain it. I'm not sure how that will help, but that road floods really bad. It also has 3 very dangerous curves on it. We have a 16-year-old just learning how to drive and a 17-year-old that's only been driving for a year that will have to use this road. There's hardly no one on this road, so if they break down, they would have to walk that distance. There's no light. And I just want someone to explain to me, how can you build a bridge and spend so much money on it and have it to only last 13 years? I did go read to see how long is a bridge supposed to last, and they can stay from 50 to 70 to 100 years without any problems. Mr. Dewitt said on the news Friday night that this was for the benefit of people. This is not for the benefit of us. This may be for the benefit of 2 individuals, and I know that there's one problem with someone having rights by the highway that has threatened litigation against the county if they take his land. Well, I've always heard of the county taking people's land to make an improvement on a road. I can't prove anything, but it seems like to me something's very underhanded about this. We need that bridge. We don't need St. Michael's, we need Riva Road Bridge. My husband's family built this road. Their last name was Riva. They settled here. They built the first bridge, then there was a wooden bridge, then there was a culvert bridge. But this bridge was built to last, and it's higher. The ground there is much higher than it is on St. Michael's. I could have probably filled this whole side today with people that would have come and backed us up, but I didn't want to start something and be mean and angry about this. But we are very angry, and we're all very upset, and there are plenty of us. And I just wish that before you consider paving this road, that someone really needs to look in to why this road, why the bridge failed us. Because we didn't build the bridge, the county did. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms.
you.
Morris.
Thank you, guys. Or Mr. Morris, are you going to speak as well? Yeah, I'd like to speak. Yes, sir.
First of all, I want to thank you for letting us air out our situation. My name is James Morris. I live on Riva Road. My mother's last name was Riva, and they've been in there since the mid-1800s. Of course, we're very concerned about it being closed, because when you close a bridge, you also close the road. It sort of gives a couple houses a public road in front of their properties for themselves. If it's closed, and they have the highway in front with no traffic, nobody, so they already, a couple places there may say, well, that's a good thing, but it's not a good thing for the general public. Our community in there is pretty active. We have the school buses, we have the garbage trucks, we have the mail, we have deliveries, and we also have a straight shot to the main road. St. Michael's Road is the alternative route. There's a lot of problems we have with taking that road, not only because it's a dirt road, but even if it was paved with gold, it wouldn't compare to Riva Road. Our people's been in there a long time, but Riva Road is a public road. It's for everybody. The bridge, the period of time that road's been there, it's always had a bridge. And we really are concerned, like my wife was saying, with when they put the cement bridge in, it was supposed to fix problems that the older type bridges were having, which was every now and then they had to be maintained from washouts, that kind of stuff. This bridge was supposed to fix it. The pilings was put in over 60 foot deep. And we're still really concerned, why did this bridge go to pieces or whatever's happened to it in such a short period of time? We don't want to lose our bridge. We don't want to lose our road. We don't want to lose our route, and even we don't want to lose St. Michael's, because it's a second way out. Of course, we all refer to St. Michael's as the back road because it is a back road. It's not our main road. I'll look at a bigger picture about these things. Our government, our country is really set on spending trillions of dollars on infrastructure. From Washington, D.C., trickle down into wherever the money goes. It's a little confusing to me why our government is willing to spend trillions of dollars on infrastructure while ours is being yanked out. We don't just want the bridge, we need the bridge. We need our road opened up. I mean, I'm a commercial fisherman. I've been launching my boat just down the road on the other side of Riva Road for about 35 years. Now the alternative route puts me way down the other way, but I'm just one person. I understand that a road should serve as many people as possible, but it also should not cut off the few, especially when something that we're concerned with, what happened to the bridge. It should last, any bridge, even a wooden bridge, last longer than that. So we're concerned about losing it for our community and for the fact that it's a public road. It's a very active and busy road. We would like to find a way to help y'all find a way and help us keep our road and bridge open. Thank y'all.
Thank you guys for being here, and I'm going to let our county engineer address the issues with the condition of the bridge and how we got to where we're at, and then I'll address some of your other concerns myself. Brian, if you don't mind.
Commissioner, just listening to the Morrises, it appears that they have a question about.
Would you pull the microphone closer, please? Thank you.
It appears the main question that they are posing is, why did the bridge only last less than 15 years? And customarily, whenever you're dealing with a marine environment, which Riva Road is, you would not put in bridge piling made of either wood or steel. And we would not do that now. There was a decision made by the previous administration of the engineering department to put in steel piling, which is what we had available for us at the time. And those steel piling did not last as long as what the engineering department had hoped. And they have degraded to a point where back a year or so ago, we had to start inspecting that bridge every 3 months. And it continued to deteriorate to a point where in April, it was so bad that a recommendation was made to close the bridge. We had to load post it at 3 tons, and it has just gotten to a point where it is unsafe. And we had started the design process to replace that bridge back a year and a half, 2 years ago. And we've got a design. We were in right-of-way acquisition, and we met resistance from some of the residents that we were approaching to try and acquire the right-of-way. It made us reconsider, is that bridge really even needed? And quite frankly, we made a decision to take the money that we were anticipating spending on that bridge and use it to pave the unpaved roads located just north of the bridge and provide those citizens a better way back out to 188. And we had to close the bridge irregardless because of the condition of it. The decision to not replace it was a recommendation from the engineering department to utilize those funds to pave the road to the north, to provide those citizens a better access back out to 188.
So, just I guess for information. So every road, every bridge in the county has to be inspected every 2 years by state law. So going back 2 years ago, this bridge was inspected, and it was determined that we needed to take a look at it and possibly lower the rate tonnage for crossing that bridge, and which is what we did. It was also recommended by an independent engineering firm who does our bridge inspections, who is Volkert, that we start inspecting that bridge every 3 months instead of every 2 years. Back in April, it was determined that the bridge really was almost unsafe to cross, and so we decided that it was time, and really it was really needed to be closed. I had Brian have the engineering firm do even closer inspections of the bridge so we could keep it open as long as we possibly could. And that's all engineering process and problems. Now the problem with the bridge, like Brian said, that the decision to build a bridge with steel H piles was a decision that was made before he was here, or not here, but before he was the engineer and before I was here. That's neither here nor there. But when he came to me with the recommendation of the I guess the prospect of replacing the bridge or paving St. Michael, I looked at several things, and I talked to you guys on the phone for 30 or 45 minutes the other day. I wrote down every concern that you brought to me, particularly the public safety concerns. For a quarter century, I was a law enforcement officer in Mobile County, And I think it was part of my responsibility to make sure that the people and their property were safe in Mobile County, and I still take that in high regard. You know, I think most of what the problem here is a convenience problem and not really a safety concern. The only time that I can find that St. Michael's Boulevard has ever flooded is during a tropical event, at which time Riva Road is also flooded. So St. Michael's Boulevard really does not flood unless Riva Road is flooded. And I can't find any recorded history. So with that being said, the decision to pave St. Michael's versus replacing the bridge really comes down to fiscal responsibility on my part. I think it benefits more people in the Code-In community to ma'am? I don't have...
Ma'am, order, please. We have an order.
Well, I don't have specific names, but I do believe that there are more residents on St. Michael than there are on Riva Road. And so fiscally responsibility is one of the things that I ran on. And, you know, like I said, it benefits more people in that community to pave St. Michael than it does to spend upward of $1 million to replace the bridge. As far as the concern of there are thousands of roads in Mobile County. Well, I won't say thousands, I'll say hundreds of roads in my district alone. I live on such a road. The people who spoke before you, they live on such a road. There's one way in and one way out. We are not hindering people's ability to get in and out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I ain't through saying something about
Sir?
it. We have a couple more questions.
You have 1 minute left on your time.
Okay.
Come on up to the mic, Mr. Morris.
St. Michael's Road is lower than Riva Road. I mean, you can look at it and tell that. So it has a flood before Riva Road does, just for the fact of the sea level. We're not giving up on our road. Something needs to be worked out. We need to find a way, if it's a culvert bridge or something put back there, because a culvert bridge would last a lot longer than the so-called fix-all bridge did. And we feel like the county commission let us down on that bridge for the things that they sold it to us as saying that it was to fix problems that other bridges that was put in them kind of areas were having. And all of a sudden, we having it yanked out from us. It's not just an inconvenience. It's a public road. It's for everybody. And the people's been in there so many years, I feel like they've paid their dues throughout all those generations and having a bridge through all those years. Well, all of a sudden in 2021, we're having it yanked out from under us, puts a pretty bitter taste in our mouths. And yeah, it's an inconvenience, of course, but it's not the only reason. Again, Riva Road is a straight shot to the main road, and it is higher than St. Michael's. I know. I've played in them woods many a time, and we used to love it when it flooded because we could play in the water. But I wouldn't go down and play in the water over the bridge on Riva Road because it wasn't over it.
Sir, thank you. That's your
Okay.
5
Thank you.
minutes. Appreciate it.
Commissioner, if I may, that existing bridge was built with county crews expeditiously with what materials we had available. And steel piling was placed, and steel piling does not perform well in the marine environment. I cannot speak to why that decision was made. I honestly do not know. But I can speak to the condition of St. Michael. It is an unpaved road. It's heavily rocked, okay, so it should perform well in a wet, rainy type season. But whenever we pave that thing, which we will start the design process this week, it should be something that those citizens will be proud of, and they'll be able to get and maintain access out to Highway 188 much, much better than what they have now.
Thank you, Brian.
Are there any other speakers?
No one else has signed up to address the commission this morning.
All right, thank you. Go ahead.
Number 1, approve the minutes of the regular meeting of July 12th, 2021.
So moved.
Second.
You want
Number
me to-
2,
you want
approve
me
the
to
list
so
of
mover?
claims.
You want me to be the so mover today? Okay. Sorry, Glenn, go ahead.
That's all right. Number 2, approve the list of claims.
So moved.
Second.
Number 3, approve amending Mobile County Commission conference meeting scheduled to add a conference on August 19, 2021 at 10 a.m.
So moved.
Second.
Number 4 was voted at the conference. Number 5 was voted at the conference. Number 6, approve a reappointment of Dr. Denise Smith to serve on the Mobile County Board of Human Resources for a 6-year term expiring September 30th, 2027.
So moved.
Second.
Number 7, approve reappointment of Jeff Kahn to serve on the Board of Trustees of Mobile Sports Authority, Inc., to represent District 3 for a 3-year term expiring August 26, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Number 8, approve reappointments of Glenn Hodge and Cynthia Coleman to serve on the Board of Commissioners of the Mobile County Communications District, both for a 4-year term expiring November 12, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Number 9, approve contract with Chickasaw Chamber of Commerce in the amount of $15,000 from District 1 funds for the City of Chickasaw's 75th Annual Founder's Day Celebration event.
So moved.
Second.
Number 10, approve contract with Trinity Garden Falcons Athletics in the amount of $10,000 from District 1 funds for the operational expenses and football uniforms.
So moved.
Second.
Number 11, approve amendment to the professional services agreement with Tetra Tech, Inc. to provide up to $979,300 for an eviction prevention program via subcontract with Legal Services of Alabama, Inc. to provide legal and related case management services to assist ERA-eligible tenant households at risk of eviction, subject to final legal review.
Mayor, can you explain again to me, this is a separate, this is something separate that they will be doing that's beyond the monitoring program that they're doing for the rental assistance? Is that correct?
That's correct, Commissioner. The ERA program allows up to 10% of funds to be allocated to housing stability. That was not part of the original contract with Tetra Tech. So we are now asking the Commission to allow them to run the housing stability program. However, they will be subcontracting, having an agreement with legal services to provide the legal services, as it were. So it is a separate, but it is within that ERA program.
Okay, thank you. So moved.
Second.
Number 12, authorize advertising and receiving bids for Bayfront Park restoration and improvements, beach installation.
So moved.
Second.
Number 13, approve amendment number 1 to Mobile County Park Initiative contract with Mcdonald, Alabama LLC, dated June 25, 2021, to add Task 2, construction, engineering, and inspection services for the construction of Bayfront Park restoration and improvements, beach installation.
So moved.
Second.
Excuse me. Number 14, approve memorandum of understanding with the City of Chickasaw for implementation of the Restore Project, City of Chickasaw Sewer Rehabilitation Project.
So moved.
Second.
Number 15, approve assignment for improvement to Whistler Bicycle Trail Park to Watermark Design Group LLC for the design, bidding, and project administration associated with enhancements to the existing bicycle trail for the proposed fee of $39,800.
So moved.
Second.
Number 16, approve change order number 2 for renovation of Davis Avenue Library. The change will increase contract by $176,403.95, and a new contract total amount will be $893,605.47.
So moved.
Second.
Number 17 has a wording change. It should read, master services contract with Volcker Inc. to provide professional services for Mobile County coronavirus state and local fiscal recovery funds, and also approve Task 1 program plan development and project selection totaling $175,000 pending final legal review.
So moved.
Second.
Number 18, approve subscription agreement with Information Transport Solution, Inc. in the amount of $10,044 for Cisco Dual for 1 year for the County Commission.
So moved.
Second.
Number 19, approve sponsorship agreement with Africantown Community Tech and Outreach, MPO, in the amount of $1,000 from District 1 funds for its annual Community Heritage Festival.
So moved.
Second.
Number 20, consider taking the following action on bid.
So moved.
Second.
21, approve purchase of two 17.5-ton prepackaged unitary gas electric rooftop units to be installed at the Metro Jail under the current purchasing cooperative U.S. Communities contract from Train U.S. Inc., doing business as Train, in the amount of $59,774 for the Building Maintenance Department.
So moved.
Second.
Number 22, approve purchase one astrophysics X-ray inspection systems under the current state Alabama contract from Grainer in the amount of $39,929.26 for the 13th Judicial Court Police Department.
So moved.
Second, judicial circuit should be between judicial and court.
We'll change that, Commissioner. 23, approve purchase of courtroom audio equipment from Pinnacle Networks under the current purchasing cooperative in the amount of $38,868.58 for the James T. Strickland Youth Center.
So moved.
Second.
Number 24 was voted at the conference. 25, approved maintenance agreement with Sam E. Mitchell Jr. and Associates, Inc. in the amount of $3,700 per currency coin recycler for the Revenue Commission Office.
So moved.
Second.
26, approved reappointments of Carrington Jones, Jamise Coleman, and Lauren Pollard to serve on the Mobile City County Youth Council to represent District 1 for a 4-year term expiring August 4th, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Number 27, approve renewal of hardware maintenance contract with DLT Solutions, LLC, in the amount of $14,508.72 for Oracle Premier support for the Sheriff's Office.
So moved.
Second.
28, approve renewal of software license agreement with SHI in the amount of $17,599 for Nemo Q under the current purchasing cooperative ANIA Partners contract for the Revenue Commission's Office.
So moved.
Second.
29, approve annual equipment warranty and software license display agreement with Nemo Q in the amount of $1,794 for the Revenue Commission Office.
So moved.
Second.
Number 30, approve renewal of GFI Land Guard subscription agreement with Abacus Technologies in the amount of $5,000 from the County Commission.
So moved.
Second.
Number 31, approve renewal SQL Prompt Professional Support Agreement with Redgate Software LTD in the amount of $1,020.49 for the County Commission.
So moved.
Second.
Number 32 was voted at the conference. Number 33, approve revision of the guidelines for Mobile County Commission COVID-19 pandemic with changes being retroactive to July 12, 2021.
So moved.
Second.
Number 34, authorize acquisition of property and acceptance of right-of-way deeds and/or easements from the following property owners for the following projects.
So moved.
Second.
35, approve right-of-way and/or easements agreements for Track 4 in the amount of $230.72 and Track 10 in the amount of $1,342 for projects Barlow Road and Havens Road, grade, drain, base, and pave.
So moved.
Second.
36, approve right-of-way and/or easement agreement for Track 9 in the amount of $2,000 for project Renee Drive, grade, drain, base, and pave.
So moved.
Second.
37, approve right-of-way and/or easement agreement for Track 34, Track 35, and Track 41 and Track 42 in the amount of $46,000 per project Lloyd Road, grade, drain, base, and pave.
So moved.
Second.
38, approve setting the following speed limits as listed below for roads, segments of roads, and subdivision streets.
So moved.
Second.
39, approve Mobile County fiscal year 2021 County Rebuild Alabama Contractor Report in accord with Act 2019-2 Rebuild Alabama Act.
So moved.
Second.
Number 40, approve preliminary plat only of Chapel Creek Phase 3.
So moved.
Second.
41, approve supplemental agreement number 4 with John G. Walton Construction Company, Inc., Project Westlake North Road North for the addition of larger access gates to accommodate large farming equipment to increase the contract by $633.46.
So moved.
Second.
42, approve to sweep the parking lot at Hutchins Elementary School. Estimated cost is $430.
So moved.
Second.
43, adopt a resolution ascending to the vacation of Daniels Road and a portion of Johnson Road West, Reed Lane, Schmidt Lane East in association with Project Johnson Road West, grade, drain, base, and pave.
Have we accepted the new Johnson Road from the contractor?
Commissioner, I believe we've done a final inspection, and we are on the cusp of accepting maintenance of that roadway.
All right, so moved.
Second.
Number 44, approve a signing contract for professional engineering services for Riva Road, St. Michael Road, and St. Michael Road East, grade, drain, base, and pave to Speaks and Associates Consulting Engineering, Inc.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioners, we have one add-on. Approve EFP-149-21 contract with Workshops, etc., Inc., in the amount of $2,850 from District 1 funds to lead the orientation retreat for African Town Redevelopment Corporation Board of Directors.
So moved.
Second.
And number 45, commission announcements and/or comments.
I do have a comment, and I'll try to be brief because I know I think I've talked more today than I have in the last 2 weeks. But so I've had some concern come up in my district, and I've received hundreds of emails, phone calls, Facebook messages, letters from doctors, nurses, health professionals in our community, and I know that the county commission has no direct control over the school board, but I do want to say this about the citizens who live in my district. They have been outspoken about this. I did a survey also on my Facebook page, and overwhelmingly the citizens that live in District 3, and I speak for District 3 right now, not for the county commission, are concerned about the safety of their children and going back to school this Wednesday. I would like to take this opportunity, and hopefully someone from the school board or the superintendent is listening. I intend to try to have a voice tomorrow at the school board meeting to encourage the school board and the superintendent to consider postponing starting school on Wednesday. Just a few numbers that I have this week, COVID, and I understand, last year's statistics, but what I've gotten over the weekend, so Women and Children's Hospital in the last year have admitted 350 children with COVID. Since the new variant has come out in the last week, they've admitted over 100 in a week compared to over 300 in a year. So in a week, they've admitted almost a third of what they've admitted for a year. I talked with someone at Mobile Infirmary, they have admitted a month ago they had 8 people in Mobile Infirmary with COVID. As of right now, they have 127. A month ago, they had 1 person on a ventilator. Right now, they have 12. So that's really about all I have to say about that. But I just wanted to, make sure that, and I know our school board, they have a lot of hard decisions to make, just like we do. But I do want to encourage them to consider postponing schools like a lot of our private schools in our area have done this week. And with that, I think that's all I have to say.
And while we're talking about COVID, I'd just like to use this opportunity to encourage those who've not yet seen fit to get vaccinated, to talk to your healthcare professionals about it, and I hope that you'll find it in your heart to do that. It's just been proven to help in managing this COVID pandemic.
Number 46, approve request for motion to adjourn until August the 23rd, 2021.
So moved.
Second, have a great week.
About what?
The holiday schedule.
What about it?
It needs to be approved. At least that next,
Conference?
the 23rd, the next meeting.
We'll do it at the conference.
Um,
Is it ready?
But, it's got the days now plugged in, but the conflict.
Before Labor Day? The holiday schedule has to be approved before Labor Day?